Hello boys, my name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my blind playthrough, or rather just regular playthrough of Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. The original, of course, not the new one. We'll be getting to that soon. Anyways, broken bridge ahead. I guess we need to find an alternative to continue on with our path. I just thought I had to mention. Anyways, in the previous video, we left off in the Ancient Gardens world, the first world of the game. Completed some more stuff, as well as defeating the first mid-boss to unlock our boy Luigi. Our boy Yoshi is still... Sorry guys, but our boy Yoshi is still kind of hidden. Don't worry, we'll find him soon enough. For now though, we have to just go around and do a whole bunch of puzzles to do all sorts of stuff. Anyway, yeah, we completed another 3 levels, including one that had the mid-boss, so we were able to get a Luigi. We also locked access to talent points, which now let us do all sorts of various things to our characters, make them even stronger. It's almost like this game is, now that I think of it, this game feels like a mix of a strategy game, a shooter, and an RPG at the same time, because as you might have noticed, it does have RPG elements. Like, it literally makes you spend talent points or whatever to become stronger, and it has money to spend, so it actually feels like 3 different games almost in one, which is really cool. Anyway, we left off in the Ancient Gardens world in the first 3 levels. Now we're gonna continue on. I promise this will be the last long episode we have for a while, because the main reason I'm trying to set it up like this at first is because it's been a while since I've recorded, so I really want to show stuff. Anyways, something's odd. Who's this looking at? So that voice sounds very familiar. Anyway, we have this new... we have it wearing the headset is back again. It's very weird. Do you stack up? Interesting. Okay, we cannot move that there. Here we go. We'll go this way. Over here. Alright, so we don't actually have to defeat all the enemies here. We just have to defeat 5 particular ones. At all. Alright, where can we hit this enemy guaranteed? Okay, we can... Alright, we'll play Mario over here then. Gotcha. So we can hit this enemy guaranteed. Mario time! Okay, we can't hit this enemy from this range. We're gonna put Luigi back here. And I guess since we can't really hit much of anything, we'll send his sentry after this enemy. That's actually one of the coolest things, is the sentry just has so much range, and also moves and acts like its own individual entity, so you can use it to do certain stuff. It doesn't always work well, but it can really help out with certain battles, which is really funny. And honestly, it has a lot of probably really cool uses as well. Right. Ooh, actually... You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get Peach up to higher ground right away. It's probably very risky, but we still have our shield. We haven't wasted that yet. So we're gonna go ahead and use it now. And we'll go ahead and... Oh, we can't even damage an enemy. That's what I was worried about. I was trying to finish off that other enemy. I guess we'll just have to go for the 50%, because it's better to try and defeat an enemy that is to do other stuff. Unfortunately, we accomplished either. Ooh, okay. We knocked that one out of bounds, which is good. Mario attacking in midair. Some of these attacks look super cool, especially when you can hit the enemy from when in midair. Okay. Are you kidding me? It didn't take it out completely. Figures now I get a good shot at it. Alright. As you might have guessed, yes, the enemies do have the higher ground compared to us, unfortunately. So he's also pretty far away. Okay, I think I want to move Luigi into position more, so he's gonna hide behind this pipe. And Mario will just have to shoot at it. That enemy instead. I'm gonna try and see if I can hit the enemy. As you might have guessed, it's in an awkward position. As you might have guessed, the AI is somewhat smart. It knows what it's doing when it comes to doing extra stuff. Okay, I can't even chain jump over there, even if I tried. I'll just go here, whatever. Now you might have noticed there is not just... might have only noticed a little bit. Not only do we have to defeat certain battles in a certain amount of turns, but we also have to defeat a certain amount of enemies in a certain amount of turns too. But in addition to having to play for these battles without taking any losses to our characters, not losing any characters, we also have to technically beat the battle without even within limited amount of turns, that is. If you wonder why that turn counter feint is there, well, now you know. Thankfully, thankfully the game does have fast replay setup enabled, sort of. I'm just gonna pass the turn. This is gonna take way too long. If I just let it play out every single turn. Thankfully, they didn't get to fire on anything. Okay, I'm just gonna focus on trying to damage the enemies here. This time we're gonna maximize our damage we can do, at least with dashes first, before we can, before we do any actual attacking. So we're gonna have these two characters do this feint. We'll see what we have to do with Luigi happens here. I'll start by having you play it first, so why not? And sure enough, we got a crit, which is nice. We're gonna hit you. Yeah, okay, I think I've did enough damage. Yeah, alright. We can have Luigi charge in, actually, just right now. Right next to this guy and finish him off, because the battle will be over once we defeat this enemy. So, although we did have a slower turn, it's like we kind of still did it in the same turn. As you might have noticed, the enemies... not all enemies are available right away. Some of them will only spawn in after a certain amount of turns are complete, so I don't think you can do this any earlier than the 4th turn. Oh, I completely forgot to go to Battle HQ. It's a good thing I figured that out, because I felt like something was missing. That's right. So we have a particular build that we're going for Rabbid Peach, and that is the healer build. See, we want her to have the heal ability as soon as possible, because heal is one of the most important abilities in the game, given healing is so valuable in RPGs. You definitely want to be able to use it whenever you get a chance. So if you can ever use that, it helps out a lot. And I mean a lot. Definitely want to have access to it as early as possible. Alright. Mario's gonna get Stomp Jump now. So now he'll be able to stomp enemies. It's around... Did we get any secondary weapons? No, we did not. There's also no point in assigning that because it's already been assigned. Alright, whatever. Let's go into the next battle. It was a bit of a tricky battle. We did take a little bit of damage, but that's fine because now we actually have a heal now. Oh my! Those are getting flung left and right, and sure enough, we have a new enemy. That's because we have a new enemy to deal with. Now, this enemy, as you may have guessed, has kind of a temper tantrum. Smasher, pinheads in pursuit. Okay, faintly I only have to reach the area, but it's a tricky area we have to reach because, well, it's pretty far away. The senses revealed two interesting facts regarding Smasher behavior. Learn their temper. Struck by a weapon that will charge your attacker like a raging bolt. Stamina walrus. After an all-you-can-eat fish fry. If you're far enough away, they'll stop charging. Alright. Actually start with just using our heal right off the bat since we took a bit of damage. So this is the only way to heal in battle. So definitely be doing a lot of that throughout stuff. Anyway, we're gonna move Rabbit Peach first because she's a little bit tougher to move. We'll start by just hitting this enemy right away. We definitely want to hit them as soon as possible. The biggest part about the Smasher is, as you might have noticed, it did mention it does have kind of a range attack, sort of. If you hit it at all, it'll immediately charge forward, and it doesn't really care who it goes for. Basically, the Smasher will go for whoever it targets. So even if it has like a different character it could prefer, it'll only ever move towards the character it needs to be. If it ever reaches a character, it'll immediately attack it for a lot of damage. As you might have noticed, the big mechanic with it is it doesn't fight with range, and that's actually its weakness, is that it is not a melee attacker at all. I mean, a ranged attacker at all. It is exclusively melee. It means all it'll do is just focus on physical attacks. Now, we want to finish these two enemies off whenever we can, because obviously, see where we get them down, the easier it'll be to continue on. But anyways, that's the biggest problem with the Smasher, is it just has a lot more damage, but in exchange, it can only be a melee attacker, meaning it'll only ever do melee damage, meaning it takes way longer for it to actually reach its turns, meaning if you're smart enough with your movement, you can often kite it indefinitely and get some really good stuff done. Alright. Unfortunately, you don't have a good spot to put Luigi yet. Just have to move him so that he goes over here first. Don't have any targets. I don't actually want to use my hero sight because, well, that's why. There's enemies that are going to move in. I guess I didn't think about that tree right there. But the biggest thing is the Smasher. He'll automatically move if you target anyone. One thing you can do is trick him so he only moves to a certain area. Because the Smasher has a weird temper, if you throw like a secondary theme at it, like Luigi's special mechanic, it doesn't really care where it goes to, and it'll kind of just charge all willy-nilly. You can also bait it out just like other enemies, because like I said, they really have a temper, so they tend to more or less focus on whoever's closer. Means they're more into attacking strategically than anything, really. Now, also one other thing I do need to mention now. As you might have noticed, they are a melee enemy in the end, so of course this means that they will have melee attacks. Okay, we did not move that properly. We were probably supposed to page sooner, but oh well. We'll move him next. By the way, you can also mess up these guys' turn. Because they have a weird tendency to just go straight to our enemies. If you hit them and you move them, which I just did there with that move there that Luigi did, they won't even attack. They'll just kind of charge willy-nilly and then they'll just end their turn as if nothing happened. So, while a very scary enemy in its own right, Smashers are probably the easiest to manipulate and are also the easiest to avoid because they just care more about smashy smash more than anything. So as long as you are not near them, they will not attack you at all. And they're very easy to bait too, so if you are really shelly with this enemy type, all you really need to do is hit them once. And they'll move towards a different enemy instead. You can do this indefinitely, so you can have, like, say, we can have Mario shoot this enemy. They'll go nearby. Now you might have noticed, yeah, nothing happened there. When a Smasher charges forward, it only cares about hitting its direct target, so even though it was directly close to Rabbid Peach, it will actually target Rabbid Peach because it is not nearby enough. So it just kind of messes with their setup. So, well, they can go all crazy, like, if you don't know what you're doing. If you know how to deal with these enemies, they're actually the easiest to deal with. The other enemies are a lot more red. Like, the enemies that have range attacks, they kind of just go wherever they want, and there's not a lot you can do to change it. But our enemies, you can just ignore them completely. Thankfully, there's only one range enemy to deal with. Also, we have a heal, so we'll go ahead and heal now. The biggest thing with the heal is we want to use it as much as possible. I'm running a very particular build with Rabbid Peach to accomplish that, and you might have probably already know what this is we're basically trying to maximize the movement that Rabbid Peach can do. Or I guess rather the thing that she can do with her healing move. Because that is more important than any other in the game. So much so that we want to make sure that we prioritize that on her than any other character. And because of it, she's also going to be in pretty much every single battle we do, because healer means we can do other stuff. Later, if we want to, we can also double stack the healers too, so we have not one but two healers, and that can actually come in handy for a lot of late battles. And one good thing about this game is even if you do take long to get through its turns, Nintendo was nice and put a really long turn timer on most of these. Like, most of these battles don't even take close to 6 turns if you know what you're doing. So as long as you know what you're doing, you can usually beat them under 6 turns easily. And the battles that are longer than that just have a longer turn count, which is pretty cool. Anyways, our third sub area now. This one's a bit trickier because it has that little switch that just kind of messes with us. Basically just have to use that pipe to go to the upper area to get to it. But other than that, not that challenging. The weapon we get this time is the Eller Instinct. Alright. Okay, this is actually a good weapon for Luigi. Because it's an upgrade for his secondary weapon. Oh, and I guess we did get some upgrades as well, so we're gonna go ahead and apply those. Mario does not have enough to unlock his. We are gonna be trying to unlock the abilities on most of the characters first, but after that, we have very particular builds we want to focus on. So I lied, yeah, we are going to be unlocking certain abilities on certain characters first, but after a while, it'll be like... Anyway. I think Luigi has enough to get his second upgrade. So we're gonna get his new secondary weapon. Luigi is actually gonna wait one turn because he has a much better ability that he can get, which I'm gonna use. Hopefully make use of quite a bit in the next area. Eventually. Who knows? Oh. I don't want to do that. Weapon selection. This is what I want. Did I upgrade that yet? This one I am gonna upgrade. Alright, there we go. That's what I wanted to equip. Mainly. Ooh, there's a hidden coin here, which gives us a nice roll of coins if we pick that up. That's a lot of coins. Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright, already on to the 8th chapter now, by the way. And here we go. And our first battle is up here. Now it starts to get really weird. Where we go. I'm just gonna put on Hero Sight right away. Make it easier to do it. Don't have a good way to damage anything, so we'll just go for the Ziggy first, I guess. Cool, we actually hit him. Where do we actually move Mario? Oh, we can hit this enemy. We had just moved up here. I didn't know that, so I'll try to use that. Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna put you behind here. Oh, I just realized I should be cheat jumping. I don't know what I was missing, but yeah. I probably should have actually used that with Mario too. I was not thinking. Oh well. Oh well. If this takes one extra turn, that's fine. So I guess we'll team jump both of them up to cover then. Both Mario and Luigi is. Oh, actually, no, we can't really do anything good with Luigi. We'll put him behind here. Why not? Here we go. We'll shoot us a ace right at 3. Okay, that didn't work. That's fine. His Steely Stare should take care of them. After he does a quick damage first. Good. Wow, now they're going all over here. That's weird. They just kind of abandoned the hidden cover. They made a big mistake. And that is, they moved together. Okay, I probably didn't need to do it like that. I'm gonna just leave Luigi where he is. Actually, wait. I have a more fun idea that I want to try out. First, I need to get Peach up to higher cover. Or actually, that's not going to work. I have such a weird idea, but I don't know how to do it. Well, I guess I'll just put Peach here. I have no idea what happens if a character himself moves into this. Other than... So you're probably wondering what I'm even doing with this crazy idea. well, that crazy idea, actually, is to do a melee attack on this enemy right here. I was initially gonna do something else, but I decided I'm gonna do a melee attack on this enemy. As you might have guessed, though, that does do a bit of friendly fire as well. But it's fine, because if the turret is still alive, it'll do something. Okay, that did not heal Mario at all. Okay, we don't have the ability to stomp. I'm just gonna pass the turn to enemies. Very good. I was trying to do a cool combo to potentially have 2 enemies set up at once, and then I forgot that I need to take out this enemy first, so he ended up escaping. Okay, good. It doesn't explode unless it's an enemy first. Oh, I might just finish it off anyway, yeah. Sure enough, there it is. Okay, so it did still work, it was just a little bit more delayed than normal. It worked. Yeah, pretty short battle there. Okay, we can't really do much here, so we'll go up here first. Yahoo! So later, one of these puzzles is actually really annoying and forces us to do a very specific setup, but this one is not like that puzzle. Instead, it just has you doing something else instead. Is there like a switch here? I'm gonna check, make sure there's like not a hiding around here somewhere that I don't know about. Okay, no. I guess that means we're probably gonna find a switch here unless we get a new power-up for Depot, I guess. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Well, here we go. Wow. Here we go. Next battle. Okay, this one's also defeat all enemies. So we have to... Lots of defeat all enemies. Seems to be a big pattern here. I'm gonna use Mario's heal site just one time so we can trigger and hit this enemy right away. As you might have guessed, if as Smasher's random movements trigger them to run as well, so that means they will also run towards you if you get nearby. I was gonna go ahead and heal right away. This is still World 1, so it's not really that difficult of a chapter to do. Alright, I'm just gonna go here first. Focus on defeating the enemy that is right in my face first. Before it literally smashes me in the face. And then, you know what? Since I haven't done it yet, I'm gonna show this off. So, if Mario uses a team jump when he has a super effect, yeah, he can do this. He can stomp on them like he does in the actual games, which is really cool, honestly. It's probably one of my favorite moments of getting to control him. Alright. So, I don't want this guy to move too much. So, I'll just go ahead and fire first and then use Steely Steer later, so I can... Because I could use that to break his eye then, so he won't actually do anything. That might be a smart play, because two of us, I just now noticed, are right next to each other. I was not thinking of that. Or not. Okay, well, we'll just have that enemy. This instead. Of course, they could just go for Mario. Nah, I knew it was gonna be smart. Alright, just don't hit him back and we won't have to worry about doing any damage. Okay, I'm gonna continue to leave Luigi behind cover. By the way, dash attacks do not count as a super attack thing. So, the enemy will always be somewhat damaged by it anyways, no matter what you do. Alright, I'm gonna focus on trying to get this. Okay, I'm gonna try to take out this enemy first. If it doesn't work, which I figured it wouldn't, I'm gonna do a somewhat easy combo attack, sort of. That might not finish off the other enemy, but it will look cool. Actually, wait. Screw this. Luigi's already very wounded. I've decided I'm gonna take this enemy out first, because it's more dangerous. Especially if it's eyes. Okay, no, it did not. I just now looked at the damage. The Charizard Rabbid Peach couldn't really do much, so I figured I would do that. Okay. Both Mario and Luigi are behind cover, so they... Except, of course, the enemies always find a way to get around that, because they're smart like that. Alright. Oh, what? We can't hit that enemy with a dash, but we can hit this enemy. Alright, well, we'll just dash this enemy instead. I was actually gonna dash the other one, but that's fine. Also, this battle should be over now. However, I don't think the chapter is over yet. You might have noticed, but some chapters last really long. Some have 3 or even 4 battles occasionally. So they take a lot longer to deal with. And those are the chapters where Luigi isn't gonna really do well. But we are still setting him up with a particular build anyways. One thing that is cool though is if you do struggle with a particular battle, there is an infinite talent reset system. Oh yeah, I was right. Speaking of which, this is one of those chapters. So yeah, there's a 3rd battle we're gonna have to sit through as well. Thankfully, there is a mushroom up ahead that we can use. We have to first flip the thing around. Get some coins first. This is probably the nastiest of the secrets that we have to deal with in this world so far. Because we have to get a few secrets first. The first was just that, which is not much of a problem. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to figure out. Basically, we just have to kind of go for the different tiers of pipes. Now, to get the upper entrance, we need to go down the rightmost pipe if we want to get to the end. Wow. But we did the other ones first because it's easier to fix it like that than doing anything else. There we go. Now we can move on. Now again, the only reason I'm doing this one chapter set like this is because I do want to set this battle up so we can do chapters at once. Alright. It looks like we have another one of those Chain Chomp enemies, but this time we have Smashers to deal with instead of regular enemies. I'm not going to bait out any of them this time. In fact, I'm not going to even use Stare at all for a bit. Okay, I cannot attack that enemy with a jump thing, but I can if I use this. So So I'm not actually going to do that because of that. I'm just going to fire at you right away. Okay. He got honeyed, which is probably preferred. As you might guess, since Smasher's main gimmick is to move around, they kind of get destroyed if they are ever honeyed. So if you get the honey side effect or debuff on them, they just kind of stop and become really useless because they can't move if they are stuck. So like out of all the enemies, the Smashers are the ones you definitely want to be honeyed because if you do that early on, then it just makes it so much easier. I'm gonna hide like here with the Luigi probably. And I guess go ahead and put on a Steely Stare. No one needs healing, so we'll just go straight for the shield right away. Anyways, this is one of the first areas where Rabbids Luigi really age starts to show her worth, because I did build her with a very specific healing build. Okay, I'm gonna save time and just go for this enemy first. To get him out of the fleet first before we can do anything else. Good critical. Though we don't really need this. This is a really easy battle to do. Oh yeah, I forgot about those enemies. Whoops. Okay, our friends are gonna take a bit of damage, but that's fine. So we didn't take any damage up to this point. Okay, we just need to focus our attention at one enemy. Unfortunately, we cannot melee the Smasher enemies very well. As you might guess, since they have a big temper, if you melee these enemies, they are just gonna ruin your day. So we don't want to deal with that if possible. Alright. Okay, Luigi's not in range. That's a worry. So I'm actually gonna send this at. Oh yeah, we're probably not gonna need the heal, because yeah, we're about to win this battle anyway. If this was a 4th chapter one, and I had known about it, I probably would have considered healing here, but as it turns out, I know what we're doing. I did say that I did play the first chapter quite a bit, so I knew that this chapter in particular does not have more than 3 battles in it. Or at least this level in particular has no more than 3 battles in it, so yeah, not really that much of a problem. Anyways, we're gonna go up here now for this really freaking long fight. What in the world? Oh my gosh. Now we get this rabbit skeleton at the end, and you know what? I think I've already gone on for a bit too long. I've decided I'm gonna start shortening the videos now instead. So, sorry guys, we're not going to take on the boss because we're going to be doing that in the next episode instead. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed. So, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video session where, well, we finish Ancient Gardens. Until then, if you guys enjoyed, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys when we get to continue this awesome game. See you later.